Hey everybody, I'm the Doc Bob Lee. You're watching Open BxRx, and you're always welcome. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. We've got you covered. In fact, coming up on today's show, March is National Nutrition Month, and we'll speak to a registered dietitian, nutritionist, who will share some tips on how we can maintain our health goals without sacrificing tasty meals. You know how important that is. And then we'll reflect on the memory of a young lady whose family has created a foundation in her honor to pursue the end of gun violence. We have to do something bigger and more about that. We'll speak to the family about her and the foundation that they have created in her honor. After that, we'll check in with an author and motivational speaker who is helping others to live up their purpose. And finally, we'll be talking to a musician who allowed all their nerdy passions to lead them to great success in the music industry. We've got it all for you right here on Open. So kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Here we go now. We're wide open. Hey everybody, I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee. You're watching Open. It's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. You know, you can stay connected to us by social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, March is National Nutrition Month, and a perfect time to shed some light on food, some good food, meals, and habits that impact our overall health and wellness. Our first guest is a registered dietitian nutritionist, and she's here to share a few tips to help enhance your nutrition and wellness plans throughout the coming months. So please welcome to the show, Mia Syn. Mia, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
So I see all of this wonderful food on the table. Are you going to save us some after it's all said and done?
Yes, come on over. We can share.
I wish you were right here live in the studio. Tell us what you're working with. You've been doing this for some time. Tell us how you got started, when you got started, and the whole nine.
Yes, well, I'm a registered dietitian. I have a master's degree in human nutrition from Columbia, and I've been sharing, nutrition tips, healthy recipes for maybe a decade now. I just wrote my first book, mostly plant-based, which is available on Amazon, wherever books are sold. It's 100 recipes and kind of my philosophy on how to eat for health and wellness.
Oh, that's wonderful. And for somebody just starting out, they've been eating bad for some time or just eating anything that they want, but they want to just make a change in life and say, hey, you know what? Everybody's been talking about this nutritional thing. How can I make it work for me? What do they do?
Well, really the key is to find that balance between nutritious and delicious. That's the key to making those healthy eating habits stick. And one easy thing that people can do to kind of up their nutrition game is to incorporate a plant-based protein powder. So protein powders aren't just for athletes, they're for anyone looking to increase their protein intake. And protein is this satiating macronutrient that helps us feel fuller longer. And I love this Vega Original Protein. It's a plant-based protein powder, super delicious, and it's at a great price point. So you're getting more for your dollar. Each serving has 25 grams of protein, 3 grams of fiber, 0 sugar. The best part is it's super rich and creamy with no clumps or grit. So it's a delicious way to get more protein into your diet, no matter what your nutrition goals are. I add this to smoothies in the morning. You can simply add it to a bottle with water or almond milk, and just like a shaker bottle. Super easy, super convenient.
Yeah. And when you talk about macro, you talking about grains, more grains in your diet?
Grains are a great a food group. So we want to focus mostly on whole grains. And that leads to my next point, which is that there's been research to show that consumers are actually looking for options that have lower added sugar and lower carbohydrates. So there's good carbohydrates, and then there's ones that you want to limit. So that's those refined carbohydrates. And I love these tortillas because if you love tacos, taquitos, quesadillas, but are kind of watching those nutrients, watching your carbohydrates, watching your sugar, these are great options. So these are the Mission Foods new zero net carbs tortillas. So not only do they have zero net carbs, zero sugar, they're keto certified, high in fiber, low in calories. They taste amazing. They come in two varieties. So there's the original flavor, which Mission customers know and love. And then there's the sun-dried tomato basil, which is packed with zesty sun-dried tomatoes and fresh basil flavor. And you can find these in stores across the US.
Yeah. How important is food portion control? Because a lot of people, if you get a big plate of food, I'm going to finish a big plate of food. How important is that?
Yeah, portion control is really important. And, some people are more like volume eaters. So there's great snack options like popcorn is one of my go-to recommendations for people that just want to snack a lot. And 3 cups of popcorn are considered 1 serving of whole grains. So popcorn's a great volume snack option. And speaking of snacking gets a bad rap, but smart snacking can actually be really beneficial. It can help fill in nutrient gaps. It can help keep energy levels up throughout the day. And walnuts are an excellent option. You get that plant protein, those good fats, and walnuts are actually the only nut that is considered an excellent source of ALA omega-3 fats, which have been associated with benefits for heart and brain health. And, they have that rich, nutty flavor and satisfying texture. So you can snack on these. You can add them to your favorite recipes, use them to make plant-based taco meat. There's a recipe in my book for that. Just be sure to store them in the fridge or freezer for optimal freshness. And you can head to walnuts.org for more recipes that the whole family will love.
And it lowers your cholesterol. Yeah, that's a good point.
Those good fats.
Let's talk more about your book. What's in it? What's it all about? Give us a quick synopsis.
Yeah. Well, my book is called Mostly Plant-Based. So the recipes are mostly plant-based. So it's great for those that are kind of wanting to try more plant-based meals and snacks and kind of dip their toes into more plant-based cooking. But I share a lot of useful charts in there as well. So I have how to build an all-day energy smoothie, what components you'll need. You'll need your fiber-rich fats, your fruits, veggies, your protein source. I have how to build a sheet pan meal for those busy weeknights. You're getting your protein, your nutritious carbohydrate source, and overnight breakfast 12 ways. I have a lot of recipes that are like 6 ways, 12 ways. So there's something that suits everyone's taste.
Mia, what do you tell people that like to eat like the 3 basic meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, as opposed to eating a little bit all day?
Yeah, the research is kind of mixed. It's really what works best for you. So some people really, find that they do well with 3 meals a day and that's it, no snacking in between. And some people do better with small, frequent meals throughout the day. So finding what works best for you is key. But for active individuals, I don't know about you, but if you're active, if you're running marathons, if you're heading to the gym for a workout, I love these products. They're the Honey Stinger products. And I like these because they're crafted specifically for active individuals. So they have the right amount of protein, carbs, and fat to help you achieve your own activity goals. And they make it so easy because they come in these delicious options. You have your waffles, your energy chews, bars, hydration mixes, and a bunch of sizes and flavors. And then launching this month is the new Honey Stinger Oat and Honey Bar. It's a delicious pre-workout bar to help you start strong.
I like it. Do we see in the future maybe a book number 2 coming? Working on it?
Yes, definitely. Well, not working on it, but definitely in the future. Yes.
Wonderful. Give us information on where we can get more information on you. Website, social media.
Well, you can find all of these tips on my website, which is nutritionbymia.com. And then you can also follow me on Instagram at nutritionbymia. I share mostly plant-based recipes using 10 ingredients or less and nutrition tips there daily.
The next time we do it, because you're always welcome. The next time we do it, you got to come to the studio and put that spread out there like that. and then maybe our producers
Okay,
and everybody
deal.
can come and taste, and we can come back on the air and say, this is really, really good.
Oh, definitely. I will bring some yummy options.
Nutrition doesn't really taste good all the time, but you got to find that medium.
You got to find that balance. That's the key.
Yeah. Listen, thank you so much. Good luck with everything that you're doing, and good luck with the book also.
Thank you so much for having me. Take care.
You got it. All right, we'll take a break right here. We'll come back with more Open.
¿Qué color? Perfecto, mijo. Gracias. Thank you. What's wrong, mijo? Donating to a pet's medical care is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
I'll see ya.
After a basketball game, a black teenage boy, Brandon, reads his texts in his family group chat. Auntie Flo, congrats on the big win. Mom, that's my baby. Brandon replies, thanks y'all. In a park, his sister Maya texts, where are we celebrating? Dad replies, home. Mom texts, I got dinner going. Auntie Flo replies, ooh, I can't wait. Then receives a FEMA flood watch text alert. She texts the family, anyone see that weather alert? We need a plan to stay safe, especially after last year. Ready has a list of resources at ready.gov/plan. In his workshop, Dad sends a photo of emergency supplies and texts, looks like we need flashlights and batteries, leaving a store with a shopping bag. Brandon replies, I got us covered. Mom texts, I'll check in with Grandma and Pop-Pop. Maya texts, thanks Auntie, feeling good about this plan. In her
Got some batteries
Auntie Flo replies, love y'all, we gotta stay safe. Later, the family
feel like you get so
emergency
every time I
supplies at
see
home. Stay connected. Plan for natural disasters. Ready.gov/plan.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, we love you always.
Everything I do.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS, and we're bringing it to you. We got the information. We got everything that you need right here on Open. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for checking it out. Our next guests are the founder and CEO and Chief of Operation Officer and board member of the foundation of the Angellyh Yambo Foundation. And they all joined the program to speak about how they are honoring Angellyh's legacy and highlight that work that they're doing through this foundation. So please welcome to the show, Mia Hernandez, Yanely Henriquez, and Lissette Camargo. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Now you guys are doing work. How did you guys come together to make this happen? I know something happened to make it happen. Talk about it.
Well, we came together because of the love that we have and the respect that we have for Angellyh.
Mm-hmm.
We lost Angellyh almost a year ago on April 8th of 2022.
Yeah.
Due to gun violence in the Bronx. And she was an amazing, funny, young, talented young lady who had the whole future ahead of her.
Mm-hmm.
This has been something that we will never understand what happened to her. And we came together because we want to make the change in the Bronx. We want to make a change for youth.
Yeah.
And we need to build a strong foundation for our youth today.
Yeah. And so you are the mom.
I'm the mom.
You're the mom.
Yes.
What happened on that tragic day?
Just like her life was taken away, my life was taken away. It's been one of the hardest thing I have ever had to encounter in my life. Um, I'm sorry, I'm trying not to cry.
No
Um,
problem.
it was the day that I lost my daughter. It was the day that I couldn't understand the things that happen in life. How such a good girl, such a, educated girl, not being in the street girl, was caught up in this event when she wasn't even part of. So since that day, kind of like half of my life went with her. And this is something that I cope every single day without having my girl with me.
Yeah,
Um, and just try to live every day without her is the hardest thing that I fight for every day.
yeah. I know it's a tough thing. Um, was it a stray bullet?
Yes. Hmm. Yeah. She was walking from school. She was walking home with her friend, and she got caught up in the crossfire, and
Yeah,
it got hit, and she died instantly.
yeah. What kind of support are you receiving from the elected officials to help support your foundation and everything that it's doing?
In regards to gun violence, we haven't received the support, but we are hoping that they see this interview and they can. We have many ideas that we could bring to the table,
Hmm.
and hopefully we can work together in bringing change.
I know you're working at a hospital right now. What part do you play in helping to bring this together?
Well, when we came together as a family and realized that we want to do more for the youth in the Bronx, and we don't want to see this reoccurring. And not only that, but we don't want our youth to feel like there's no outlet, like there's nowhere they can go, they nowhere they can turn to, there's no information out there. Um, we started brainstorming on the different programs that we could offer the community and the youth. And some of these programs stem from business literacy, which is teaching them how to manage their money, how to what it is to have a credit card, a credit score. We also looked into the anti-bullying program,
Mhm.
and we want to offer these programs because this is what is actually the root cause of our society at this time.
Yeah,
The fact that they feel like there's no outlet, they can come out of school or within school bully each other, within school recruit each other for gangs and not so many positive situations outside of school. We want to make sure that they have an option.
yeah.
We want to make sure that they know that there is an outlet that's not the actual path that they have to take. And in this, we hope that we can save another Angellyh, that we can offer some type of outlet to these children and teenagers that may feel like that is their only way out.
Mom, what are some of the other things that you have within this outlet? What are some of the programs that you offer?
So we have an art program, which is very close to my heart because Angellyh loved art. Angellyh was like to the point that she drew on my leg one time.
She did.
Yes, she did. Yeah, so I was a little canvas for her.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, yeah, so she was very big on art, and that's something that we both share. So I'm very, very excited that we have this program because through art, a lot of kids can transmit what they feel that
yeah.
maybe they're not able to do it in with letters, but maybe in a drawing. We also have college preparation. So, they will be able to know what to do and how to get prepared when they're ready to go to college because Angellyh was very big on that. She wanted to go to college. She wanted to be her own boss. She wanted to make sure that she graduated. So these programs are very important to us because it hits home and it's very
Yeah.
close to us.
My God, Mom, Angellyh lives on. through the foundation and through all the programs that you put forth
Yes.
others, you know.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow,
And to
you're gonna
add to
make
the
me
art
cry.
program,
Yeah.
to add to the art program, one of the first beginning stages of the art program is we're going to have a mural dedicated in her honor at her school, at
Yes.
the University Prep High School.
Oh, great. When is that
So we
gonna take?
have, we should have it done by April 8th, 9th, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Around that time.
And
Yeah.
you let us
So
know.
we're working with local artists that are very, the mural, they are the king of the murals.
Yeah. Let our producer know, Stephen, because he's in contact with other artists who can come down and just be a part of it because they are artists.
That's beautiful.
And,
Yes.
Thank
come
you.
together like that, you know.
Yes.
Yes.
And maybe they can bring some Bronx Net cameras down there and capture what you guys are doing.
Yeah. We
That would
also
be
going to
beautiful.
have a street naming that's going to be happening April 8th.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
Yes. So the day of, the anniversary, there's going to be a street where she was born and raised, you know, name after her. So we are very, very excited about that. So yeah.
Mom, Angellyh is right here in your heart, and she's out there.
Yes.
She is.
She's
working.
always with me. She's always with me. And,
always with us.
she's the one that's holding my hand right now, walking through everything, because I could tell you this is one of the hardest things I ever had to encounter. And sometimes I ask myself, how am I still here? But it's her.
Mom, you don't mind me calling you mom, right? I mean,
No, it's okay.
you know, like you're the mother of helping other people through some of these tragedies too. Is there any way that you? I know we talked to a lot of the other mothers who had people in their family or children who have been gunned down. That sometimes together. Do you meet up with some of them from time to time?
I actually spoke to the mother of one of the kids that got injured when this whole situation happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, I try to not stay much in touch because it's weird to say, but it feels different for the fact that, her, she doesn't know how to approach me because her son survived and mine didn't. So for her, it's very hard to kind of like have a conversation because she's like, how am I going to give you any support when my child is alive?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow. Anything coming up in the near future that we can be a part of? And besides the mural thing that's so very important for us to come together and be a part of that. But I know it's going to be ongoing, and Angellyh is like, she's going to be
Yes.
throwing ideas into your mind. You know how
Yes.
that goes.
Yes.
So we have the street naming, we have the mural. We also working together with, they are called Peace Dynamics, and they are amazing. And they are the ones that are going to help create the workshops for the schools. So that's going to be really soon. That's going to happen really soon.
Yeah. You want to give a shout out to some of the people who are helping you? I know you're in that closet there, and you're trying to hide, but I know
definitely the University Prep High School. University Prep High School, they have been amazing, an amazing supporter. And I thank them. They have walked us through some difficult moments and just made things easier for us.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. I will also say her elementary school as well. They also there's a new school that's going to be opening soon. So they also going to do another mural inside that school.
Oh, great.
We are so excited. They also going to have what is called Angie's Room, where they're going to do fashion and makeup and all of this stuff that, she was so amazing at. She was big on makeup. So hopefully in the near future, I'm getting some ideas on maybe how to create a makeup line for her.
Whoa, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yes,
The
yes. So we
Angellyh makeup line. Yeah.
yes. So we are, we have some ideas and some other stuff because that's who she was. She was the makeup queen, so we're looking forward for that too.
Beautiful.
And I think that another shout out that we have to give is to the family in general.
Yes.
In situations like this, we're not ready to know how to cope, and we're not ready to understand what's happening. We're not ready to make the bare preparations in a situation like this.
Yeah.
But as a family, this brought us together. Angellyh has been our glue, literally. And it's from both sides, both mom's side, dad's side. We all have a goal, which is to have her legacy live on and to have her name live on and not forgotten. And we've been working really hard at this. And, I know that she's with us and we see it day in, day out. She sends us little signs, and out of nowhere, sometimes butterflies come up, which is what we relate to her a lot.
That's right. That's how it happens.
Yes, and and it's amazing. So the family and as a whole has really been a big support system within itself. Yeah. And for all these other organizations that have given us the opportunity and has trusted us with all of these opportunities that they're offering and helping us keep Angellyh's legacy alive.
Yes.
Well, listen, thank you for all that you're doing to help others in the community too. Angellyh, thank you too. We're with you, and we continue to pray for you and the family.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Condolences go out to you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us. Yes, thank you very much.
You got it. Okay. Mary Hernandez, CEO and founder, Angellyh Yambo Foundation, Yanely Henriquez, Chief Operations Officer, and Lissette Camargo. Lissette, you're in the closet there still?
Yes, I'm still in the closet. Literally.
Hopefully she'll get out of there.
Yeah, they're going to let you out in a little while. But listen, thank you for all that you guys are doing. We appreciate you and love you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. And
Thank you for the space.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a good one, guys.
You got it. Talk to my producer about coming out there to cover some of what you're doing as far as the mural and the artwork that you guys are looking to do.
We definitely will.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Bob.
And
you have a
Thank
good
you so
one.
much,
And
Dr.
jump on
Bobby.
that makeup line.
We definitely are.
Yeah,
believe
we're
me.
so excited for
We
it.
definitely are.
That's a
Thank
wonderful
you.
thing. Thank you guys too, and God bless.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
We'll
Bye-bye.
take a
Thank
quick
you
break
again.
right here. We'll come back with more Open coming up next.
Most hiring algorithms would scream me out.
Some bosses couldn't see me as a leader.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
I've been running code as long as I've been able to reach a keyboard.
This is what I do. It's second nature for me, coordinating 100 details at once.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
I sold them on my skills.
You gotta be so good they can't ignore you.
My magic is
analytics and empathy. That's how I get clients. You have to have the confidence in yourself to show up and defy the odds.
I am more than who I am on paper.
I never got a college degree. And today, I'm the CEO of my own company. People want to tell me I'm one in a million, when actually I'm one of millions. Stars are all around us. It's time for them to shine.
I'll see ya. After a basketball game, a black teenage boy, Brandon, reads his text in his family group chat. Auntie Flo, congrats on the big win. Mom, that's my baby. Brandon replies, thanks y'all. In a park, his sister Maya texts, where are we celebrating? Dad replies, home. Mom texts, I got dinner going. Auntie Flo replies, ooh, I can't wait. Then receives a FEMA flood watch text alert. She texts the family, anyone see that weather alert? We need a plan to stay safe, especially after last year. Ready has a list of resources at ready.gov/plan. In his workshop, Dad sends a photo of emergency supplies and texts, looks like we need flashlights and batteries, leaving a store with a shopping bag. Brandon replies, I got us covered. Mom texts, I'll check in with Grandma and Papa. Maya texts, thanks, Auntie. Feeling good about this plan.
Got some batteries
Auntie Flo replies, love y'all. We gotta stay safe. Later, the family
feel like you get taller
emergency
every time I
supplies at
see
home. Stay connected. Plan for
Congratulations,
Welcome back. Our next guest is an author, life coach, and he joins us to speak about how he is helping others live purposeful lives through his books. Maybe It's Me, and maybe it's me too. So please welcome to the show, Russell Kirkman. Russell, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, man. It's a pleasure to be here, man.
Yeah, we're in it, man. You're always welcome to come to the show. You know, what's more important to you, to prove yourself right, or for you to prove others wrong? And what inspired your book? Maybe It's Me Too.
Well, good question. It's not important to me to prove myself right. If I feel I'm right, I'll just feel that I'm right. But and it's not important to prove others wrong. You know, let everybody feel the way that they want to feel. Let them feel good about themselves and have their opinion. And you know, that's good for everybody. So everybody can just be whole.
Yeah. Russell, is this your first book?
No, I had Maybe It's Me. The first book is Maybe It's Me, a blueprint to reducing stress while achieving peace in your life. And then the second book is Maybe It's Me Too, as in TOO, as in also.
Yeah, also.
Yeah. But I wrote the first book as a result of pursuing my my happiness, my calling in life. What a lot of people don't understand is at the age of 24, I had a near-death experience where it was job related. You know, the stress and the pressure of my job, the had just taken its toll on me, and I had what is known as a double hemothorax. And I got rushed to the hospital. I had less than 2% air capacity in both of my lungs. Wow. And a lot of people didn't think I was going to make it. But I went through the whole light experience. That's a whole nother story. But I got my health back again. You know, 3 years later, I was 100%. But what I didn't know is psychologically, I wasn't healed. I was healed physically, but I wasn't healed psychologically, because 25 years later, I was on the job, and I was on the phone on my job, and I heard a big bump on my door. Didn't quite understand what that was, but I was in a conversation. So when I finally opened the door, one of my colleagues, who was about 10 to 12 years younger than me, was having a heart attack.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And he couldn't seem to get past the fact that he had just a few days earlier, he had got put on probation. He had also got a decrease in his salary, and he got demoted. And because he had 3 months of constant decline in his performance, his numbers. But when I opened the door, he slumped in my office having this heart attack. And when I was standing over him watching the EMTs try to revive him, it brought it back to me that 25 years earlier, that was me.
Yeah.
And I made a decision at that moment that was it. That was it for me. I was no longer, first of all, life is too short and too fragile to constantly be meeting the means and the interests of other people in their programs. And I decided at that point that I was going to find my happiness by finding my calling in life. And that's what I did. I finished out the rest of that week, but never looked back.
Never looked back. So you started your own business, or is that when you decided to write the book?
Well, that's when I decided to write the book. But actually, the book is really an autobiographical account of my own pursuit to finding my happiness. You know, these are the chapters that I talk about in the book. These are the things that I had to go and withstand going, writing in my call, trying to find my calling. Right. So I talk about, the stress of belief systems, the stress of marriage and relationships, the stress of conflict, the stress of friendships, the stress of sex, the whole nine. These are different things that I had to deal with in the pursuit of finding my happiness and finding my calling in life. Right.
So how did you come up with the name Maybe It's Me?
Well, because, as I said, I got a second chance at life. And when you get a second chance at life, you see the world through an entirely different pair of lenses than what most other people see the world. And you see the world in 3D or panoramic view. And you tend to, just like the great scientist, physicist Albert Einstein used to say, maybe it's me. Well, when you see the world through those lenses, you kind of question everything, because at that point, upon my return, nothing was as it seemed. In everyday life, nothing is as it seems to me. So I constantly have to question even myself, that maybe it's me, you know?
They know it's you. That's why they're calling you now.
Yeah, I guess so. And I never get phone calls, but now all of a sudden somebody's gonna call me.
Wait, I got one too. Maybe it's me too.
Yeah.
So how did you come up with maybe it's me also? Maybe it's me too.
Because I had to be also a little more inclusive. Like, maybe it's me too. Like, maybe I'm part of the problem.
Yeah.
You know, maybe, you know, some of the things that I've learned in life, maybe I need to relearn and unlearn some things. You know, maybe that's why certain things have taken place in my life. Maybe, you know, maybe I'm a part of the problem.
Yeah. So where do we go from here?
You know, it's really all about re-examination and self-thought, self-discovery. You know, and you know, we have to question ourselves. A lot of people most people don't have the money to go through psychiatrists and psychologists and, you know, and get an evaluation and write up and whatever. Most people's insurances don't even pay for that. Yeah. So we have to give our own selves, you know, a re-examination process. I believe personally, at the age of 40, we should all give ourselves what I call a tune-up, and a psychological tune-up. And that's looking at ourselves, asking ourselves some very hard questions and answering those questions truthfully. And there's some things that we've been indoctrinated in when we were 15, 16 years of age, that if you've evolved 40, you should be able to unlearn some things that you know, people might have placed upon you with their own motive in line.
So upon reading your books, what will people learn?
People are going to learn that it's very important to find your calling, more important than anything else, because we're here, all of us are here for a purpose. You know, we were placed on this earth. There's an old African proverb that says each and every one of us were placed on this earth with a job that you can't be fired from. So there's something that we do, that you do, and it's going to be unique to you. Yes. Nobody else can do it like you. They can do it, but they ain't going to do it like you do it. And we have to find that happy space. There's a space that we've all found ourselves in at times, and it might be only a period, a moment, or minutes, but it's what I call a happy space. And that happy space is where time stands still. Yeah. And my thing was, well, how can I expand that space so that it's not just a period, it's not just a moment, it's not just a few minutes. I want that space to be a whole day, or a whole week, or my whole life. And what I found was there's no better place than the space of your call. There's no more peaceful, loving, and rewarding space than operating from your call. That's
your purpose-driven life.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. You got it.
Nobody can be. Somebody wrote a song about it. Nobody can be you but you.
Exactly. And
nobody can be me but you. Something like no.
Yeah.
One of those things. Steve Arrington.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I mean, that's why, you know, even that's how I got into doing the social conscious, the music, the hip hop. I mean, I was 45 when I got into it, and I was going to the studio with young guys, and they were like, "Man, what's this old dude doing in here?"
Well, you know, now we're celebrating 50 years of hip hop.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah. Absolutely. And it's continuing to just get even better, you know? Yeah.
What advice would you give to someone struggling in their life to find their life's purpose?
Is to first of all, try to align yourself, your purpose, and find your calling. But the way you do that is you have to begin to, as I said before, go through a re-examination process, because you want to get as close to peace as you possibly can in your life. And there's some underlying issues that we all have to deal with. You need to deal with those, and if there might be situations where you might feel like you're right, and you got a personal family member or somebody that you have an issue with, but handle that, and take the high road if you have to. But you have to handle that, because that's minutia within your system that the universe can't communicate with you, because that's blocking it. It's impeding your progress in life and your calling. So go through your life, like I said, that tune up. Go through that psychological tune up and start dealing with some of these underlying issues that you have, and make peace with yourself, so you can make peace with the universe, so the universe can communicate with you. When you ask the universe, well, why am I here and what is my purpose, the universe will be able to make communication with you and let you know this is it.
Why am I here?
Why am I here?
What's my purpose?
What's my purpose?
Why do you have me here? Look in the mirror.
Exactly.
Look in the mirror and say, who am I? What am I here for?
That's it. And the universe will communicate with you if you're actively seeking that, though.
Yeah. And you'll find out what it is. And when you find out what it is, make sure it's positive and stick with it.
Stick with it. That's the key.
Stick with something long enough, something always happens. But make sure it's good. Make sure you're on the right track with it.
Absolutely, Bob. That's the key right there. And when you stick with it, you're gonna find most people's callings have a human connection. So when you make your connection with your calling, I guarantee there's going to be other people who's going to benefit as a result of what you did for yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, listen, thank you for joining us, and thank you for sharing those two wonderful books. You got a third one coming up?
I got a third one.
Thinking about one?
Yeah, actually, I got a children's book coming up that I'm really working with. I want kids to have the understanding of what I call the creative process, and that's really it's the law of attraction. V times P equals A, vibration time polarity equals attraction, but I'm using it in a kid's form. So it's understanding the process of imitation, emulation, and innovation. What they call the creative process, and I'm putting it in a children's form so they can start early. Bringing, their dreams into reality.
It's what you think.
Exactly. And if you can believe it, you can achieve it.
That's right. And whether you say you can or you can't, either way, you're right.
You're right. Exactly.
So say you can and you will.
You got it, Bob. Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us. All right. Russell Kirkman, author. Maybe it's me, and maybe it's me too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so very much, man. It's been a pleasure, brother.
Yeah. You have a website before you go?
Yeah, maybeitsme.org.
There you go.
And they can listen to the music, read parts of the book, and the whole nine.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, brother. Peace.
All right. We'll take a quick break right here. I've got more open. We'll always have it for you right here. So kick off your shoes and relax your feet as we continue next.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, we love you always.
Everything I do,
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
¿Qué color? Perfecto, mijo. Gracias. Thank you. What's wrong, mijo?
Donating to a pet's medical care is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
welcome back, everybody. I'm the Doc Bob Lee for 107.5 WBLS. You are watching Open. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for checking it out. Our last guest is a quirky bass player that's made his great strides in the world of music. And today we'll be hearing his story and how he worked with plenty of the top-notch artists and companies around the world. So please welcome to the show, Bubby Lewis. Bubby Lewis is in the house.
What's happening? What's happening?
All right. So wait a minute. You all the way out there in Japan right about now?
This is home for now. This is home.
I heard.
Yep.
But you didn't grow up there. Where did you grow up?
Born and raised in Flint, Michigan. And when I graduated high school, I moved to California in 2005, lived in LA. And as of last year, I've been here in Tokyo. So,
interestingly enough, I always wanted to be able to play the bass. And I do. I play it well.
Nice.
The air bass. Sometimes.
Okay.
I play the upright and sometimes those groups are playing, everybody grabs an instrument. You probably did it too, right?
I still do it. After playing professionally all these years, I still play air bass. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But somebody did hand me during the New York City Marathon, a guy named Jeff Fox. He plays in the band, because the Jeff Fox band. He's on the radio too. And he said, "Here, Bob, just take this bass." Now there was another bass player in the background, and he said, "Just keep this note right here, and just do." And I was doing it. And I looked around to see if this guy, he had me off, and maybe this guy was running it, and and next thing I said, I got to see if I'm doing it. So I said, I said, "Oh, that's me."
You heard that sound, huh?
Yeah. So how did you get into it, man? What made you want to pick up the bass?
I mean, man, just my father was a pastor. I come from a musical family. My oldest brother, Kubi, played bass and guitar and organ. My sister played drums. I got cousins in the music industry, and I don't know. I wanted to play drums first, but I'm a horrible drummer. I can't do different things at different times. It's can't get it, man. We ain't there yet. So I heard the bass and I said, okay, that seems kind of nice. So that was the transition point for me. But now, just growing up in Dad's church.
Yeah. Did you experiment with the upright or the one?
I not long after I moved to LA, I got a 5-string full body upright. That's the big dog. That's the, you can get the 3/4 size, you can get the half size, but I got a full body. So the neck was big on that thing, man. And I still got it. I gave it to one of my buddies. He's holding on to it for me. But upright is fun. It's a completely different instrument, though, I tell you.
Yeah. And once they find out that you're good in the business and your name travels out there, then everybody wants to give you a call, Bubby.
Yeah.
Who are some of the people that you performed with?
Man, let's see, Snoop. Pretty much all of Snoop's friends, anybody affiliated with him, Snoop and Dr. Dre and The Game and Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace. Rest in peace to Nipsey and Nate Dogg and man, it's so many, man. Bone Thugs and Harmony and Ice Cube and Ice-T, DMX. So many, man. I mean, and that's just in the hip hop side. It's a lot of people in R&B, Jodeci and Jhené Aiko. It's a lot, man. It's a lot of. I've been fortunate to be able to, experience playing with a lot of different artists and, meet a lot of different people, but still a Flint, Michigan country boy.
Wait a minute now. Yeah, I know you traveled the world. You're in Japan now. And what stands out in your mind? Because sometimes, even for me, when I'm backstage, I see like different things. And when I'm in concert or hosting a show, I'm reminded of different things. I can look back on some things that just blew my mind or stood out in my mind. What does that for you?
I mean, honestly, it's I'm grateful to the Lord, man, to be able to have seen these places I heard about growing up, learning about different locations in school and stuff like that. And me even being here, I've been wanting to come to Japan since seeing Ninja Turtles for the first time when I was 5, 6 years old or whatever I was.
Yeah.
And but I guess the thing that just blows my mind is just, it's a big world, but it's a small world, and it's just a lot of people in it. And when you really look at things full perspective, you're never given a pass to be arrogant or be prideful, be so into yourself. You gotta honestly just see it for what it is. And we're all just dust and dirt, as the Bible says. We dirt, and we gonna return as dirt. And so it's just marveling at different places and stuff. And I'm just grateful to be able to be here with my family, man, honestly.
Beautiful. Now, you're Japan, that's the world of anime.
Absolutely.
Comic books and video games.
Yep. Yes, sir.
How has your music blended into all of that stuff?
That stuff is a massive inspiration for me. It started with Ninja Turtles, and then I got into martial arts. I had a fraud karate teacher in Flint, Michigan. Trust me, that brother was a fraud. That joker wasn't teaching us nothing. He wasn't saying nothing, but that stuff just kind of sparked me, and then I got a hold of the anime stuff. Probably too early before I should have been seeing it, but I woke up in the middle of the night and seen it on Sci-Fi Network, and I saw the violence and the fighting, and I said, "Oh, that's great." And but yeah, it's inspired my music a lot. Video games, especially. That's probably my favorite thing to create is video game, sound and music. So,
well, there's a lot of people into it. Curtis Blow in the early days did. We're playing basketball with Allison Williams.
Yeah.
And that thing is still playing, and they're still making money from that.
Of course.
That residual income is like crazy.
How many years ago was that too? That was yeah.
So that's a good thing to get into.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool, and it's fun. It's no rules to it, really. You gotta just create an emotion. That's the purpose of it. But that's the purpose of all music, really. But video games and film, they really dive into that more.
Yeah.
It's emotional,
Do you think about maybe teaching people who are looking to come up in the game, doing master classes and things of that nature?
Yeah, I mean, for a while when I would have free time off the road, I would do lessons and stuff like that. But recently, being out here, it's difficult to do lessons because, like right now, it's 1 a.m. on Tuesday here, so I would be up at this time because certain people back in the States or in Europe, where depending on where they're from. So what I did was I have a Patreon now. Patreon. I'm so Flint, Michigan lingo, but with the Patreon, I can just spill all the beans and people can look at it as much as they want. And, I'm talking about everything that helped me to develop, my skill and stuff like that, methods that I took to learn certain things and, just stuff about the industry, how to get in the industry and, what it takes
and business. It can pull you down and
oh brother, it's a dog eat dog, man. It's sharks. It's sharks, but you gotta endure. If you want it, you gotta endure to the end, and you gotta just make sure you do. Make my dad say, just make sure you do right. That's the thing.
What's coming up? Any new music? Any concerts? Any tours coming up that we should know about?
I got some solo stuff, more solo stuff coming out. Also, I think, I'm wearing this some buddies of mine out here in Japan. We just randomly started a band, Silver Kid, and it's anime, video game sound and stuff, 100%. We got a record that we're gonna be putting out probably in the next 2 months or so, and then me and my buddy Eddie, who's also from Flint, who happens to live in South Korea now randomly. He just up and bounced too. But we got some more music coming out. It's a couple things, some different tours and whatnot. Different releases.
Copy.
Yeah. It's some fun stuff coming this year, man. We're gonna see what the Lord has in store. I'll put it like that.
Where can we go to find out more about you? Social media, website?
Sure. At Bubby Lewis. I'm on IG a lot. I mean, I still have my Facebook. I don't really check it much. I just, on Twitter, you know how it is. Everything is Bubby Lewis though, and then my website is bubbylewis.com, and definitely people can holler at me on the Patreon though, and I like that because I get to have more of a personal thing with all of the subscribers and stuff. I shoot them little videos and stuff, personal videos just directly to them all the time, just to get their the heart-to-heart questions and whatnot. That it's easier for me because I can just do that on my phone instead of staying up till 4 a.m.
What would you describe yourself as? Bass player, singer, songwriter, bassist?
I guess just a creator. I just want to be a creator. I'm a bass player, but I sing a little bit. I like to compose. I like to make beats too. I like to produce. I guess just a little bit of everything, but country Flint boy. That's the final. That's the final of what I say I am.
All right, that's what we're going to say. That's what Flint man, music man.
That's
producer,
right.
Singer, bassist.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bubby Lewis, thank you, man. Thank you so much.
I appreciate y'all for having me, and everybody be blessed, and y'all keep some Benadryls on you for the. I'm out here sniffalificus right now.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all good. When you get the music done, send us some copies. All right.
Absolutely. Right. Thank you so much.
Oh, man, Bubby Lewis. That's about it for us. It's funny how time flies when you're having fun, but that's about it. Always remember this: what you are is God's gift to you. What you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice. Let your choice control or choose. And remember, whether you say you can or you can't, either way, you're right. So say you can and you will. I'm the Doc Bob Leah. I'll see you over 107.5 WVLS. I love you all. Peace.